There's no doubt that many parts of the NHS may be improved by business efficiencies, for example, procurement or estate management or human resources, running operation theatres and so on. And integration of services may actually benefit patients. But changes should not be made just to save or make money. Changes should bring better services or outcomes, or the same service or outcomes for less money, which should be proven and agreed, not just hypothetical. The practice of medicine, rather than the science of medicine, and particularly the practice of psychiatry, where time spent face-to-face with patients, that time is paramount and needs to be retained in quality and quantity. And as far as I'm concerned, continuity of care and support need to be brought back, not only into psychiatry, but into general practice. Staff need to be cared for in order to care for patients. Health staff need time to be with patients and their families. And it's exactly the same with domiciliary care and residential care for older people. The carers need to have more time. Patients have medical problems, but they're still individuals with histories and strengths and weaknesses. These need to be appreciated and taken into account when you're caring for someone. Resources, as far as I can see, resources for health should be tied in to a minimum percentage of gross domestic product, just exactly the same as defence of the country is. And we need to retain universal health care. Health and social care really amount to the same thing when you look at the origins of ill health and care of disabled people. That's disability either through a genetic disorder, an acquired illness, or old age. Medicine should not be judgmental in blaming individuals for their illness. There is a short step from blaming individuals for their poverty and the Victorian ideas of people such as Herbert Spencer and Malthus, whose social Darwinism suggested that the poor should be allowed to die. Only the wealthy merit health care. Decisions about what is available for the population should be made as it is now by a national panel of experts, the NICE panel. Any private healthcare provision should be outside the NHS and should not depend upon the taxpayer to clear up any mistakes or plans that go wrong without charge. The current sustainability and transformation plans include improvements in service organisation, but I fear they look to change the way that the NHS is funded. The government wished to complete market changes which were started in the Health and Social Care Act back in 2012 and have chosen to underfund the NHS and social care so that efficiencies developed by the private company McKinsey can be rapidly pushed through. The result will be what's known as managed care, which is funded by capitation. Each person gets a certain amount of money. And there will be an insurance boom for elective care and longer-term health and social care. None of this will address the powerful social causes of poor health. It will worsen health among the poor by increased exclusion and also financial inequality. It will make the already wealthy even wealthier and cost the rest of our NHS, its infrastructure, its employees their rights, and our right to universal care, which has been recognised internationally as amongst the best and least expensive care.